everyone. I hope people are able to see me and I'm audible. So if someone can, just look and comment below that I'm audible, we can get started. Hi, Kavita. Okay, cool. So while people join in, I just wanted to tell you that today we'll be doing art journal. Now, since past 3 months, I think three or four of you have been asking for art journal, especially an art journal live with me. So this month I have some slots free. So I thought, first we'll do art journal, and then if I have one more slot free, I want to do a decoupage using our newly launched decoupage napkin tutorial. So while people join, I'll just take you through what projects we are going to do, etc. And, I'll get started. So just give me a moment. Hi, Ami. So my second screen, is my table visible, guys? Blank. Just give me a second. I'm just checking if there is a issue with the connection. Okay, great. Just give me a second, guys. Yeah, okay. Right. Okay. So now that's sorted. I just wanted to show you some of the products that we'll be using in live today. So first of all, so sorry that I had to prepone the live from 4 p.m. to 2 p.m. I know most of you like our 4 p.m. lives. That's a great time for people, especially on weekends. But unfortunately, I have to go out for emergency. So yesterday night only I was informed about it. So that's why, I had to change the timing to 2 p.m. But I really wanted to show you guys this particular art journal page, and hence I decided to go with 2 p.m., rather than postponing the live. So today what we are using is we'll be doing a two-page journal layout. So it is going to be like an interactive, like how we do interactive cards. Similarly, there is something called as interactive journal page layout, where you will be having like multiple layers of journal to create like a 3D kind of a scene. So that is what we'll be doing today. This has never been done. Like I have never done it because I personally, have done small journal layouts, which is normally in a reel format. Since this is a live, I decided, we'll do something elaborate where we'll use a lot of products. So my first product that I'll be using is this transfers, which is called as Home One. This is CTDTS 184. This will be used to kind of create a house scene. So this is going to be my second page of journal. So it's going to be like interactive. On the first page, we'll be using a door to kind of create a door or outside of a house layout. And once it opens, you will see this house which is inside it. Okay, so like a living room kind of a scene. So this is going to be used to create that living room scene. Hello, Parvati. And this is the transfer which I'm going to use for the door. Okay, so this I'm using is called doors and windows 172 number. Now I'm using this because I wanted to show you how you take a simple image and do more complicated stuff. And this is going to be kind of like a mixed media thing. However, if you are doing simple journal layouts, right, you could have honestly used something like this, which is already created. So the entire scene is created. You just have to use it directly. So you'll understand what I'm saying, but I just wanted to, first show you what are the different options that you can use along with this particular transfer. Hi, Parvati. So this is another one which is called Doors and Windows 3. This is called Doors and Windows 4. This has some windows in it. This is another cool idea. This is called Doors and Windows 5, which you could have used. And this is Doors and Windows 6. So this is also another which is already a scene has been created for you. So you don't have to create a scene. You could have directly used it as is. Now, since today we are doing something elaborate, I wanted to actually create a scene myself. But these are some of the options. Okay. So what we are going to use are these two. Let me just quickly remove the transfer. Okay. And now I could have in this particular transfer, which is going to be my first page of journal, I could have, created the scene using this flowers. Like this is a complete ready-made scene, which I could have used, which has, flowers growing out from the door. However, I'll create something similar, but with mixed media. So I'm going to use this simple door for it. Yes, I'm early, guys. Actually, I have an emergency at one of my friend's house. So I have to go there. That's why, unfortunately, I had to move my life from 4 p.m. to 2 p.m. So I'm so sorry about that, but it was unavoidable. So that's why, rather than canceling, I decided to prepone my life. So this is my diary that I'm using. This is my craft angles diaries that you have seen me use. Now this is my art journal diary where every time I kind of use a new medium and make something. Now for all these pages that you see, the tutorials are already available on my channel. So one uses like decoupage paper, this uses liquid acrylics in a different way. So you can anyway see, all these tutorials on my YouTube channel. I'll not go through all this with you all. But just to give you an idea, this is what I'm using. So rather, if also for those of you, because I know quite a few of you have bought our decoupage napkins. If you don't have these transfers, you could also use our decoupage napkins for the technique that I'm doing. That will also work, not an issue. Okay. These tutorials with decoupage napkin will be coming soon, guys. Hanged. I think my screen got locked, so just give me a moment. My mobile just hanged. Okay. Okay, YouTube had an issue. Okay. Hi, Sneha. So I don't know. I mean, I personally prefer YouTube and like Facebook because you can see the bigger screen. So that's why I personally prefer that. So this is what we are using, as I said, doors and windows 2, 172. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut out a door out of this and use it here to create a scene. Okay. So and I actually want to create like a complete layout around the door. So I'm going to cut this ekdam edge to edge. Okay. I'm not going to keep any white space around it. As I said, if you wanted to use ready-made scene for the time saving, because art journal is very much a personal thing. Everybody wants to spend as much time as they have. So you could have directly used this entire scene that is there. Since I am creating a scene, I just wanted to use the door. So here I'm going edge to edge and cutting out the door. This is transfers. So you know how transfers work. I have cut it out. It has this plastic film which I have to remove. Okay, and then I will have this. So I'm just kind of deciding on where I want my things to go. So I kind of want it off center below, and then I will place it in the center. I will burnish the edges. Okay, I will. You could have honestly, used water through a brush or through a foam, whatever you are comfortable with. Normally I show foam, but since this is a small area, I will just put some water with a brush. Yeah. एब्सोल्युटली मतलब एक्चुअली मेरे को स्नेहा मैंने सोचा सीन बनाते हैं तो आई वाज थिंकिंग कि डोर वुड बी ग्रेट और आई वांटेड टू डू समथिंग जो सिंपल डोर हो ताकि हम लोग उसको और वी कैन फैंसी इट विद आवर इमेजिनेशन using various products. So as actually we are using a lot of product. If you see my table, it's completely filled. So I am excited. I hope you are. काफी सारे अलग अलग products we are going to use and combine. So now I'll just see. Normally it slides down. If it is not slide down, matlab it either needs a few seconds to react or it needs some water. In my case, thoda pani kam lag raha hai मेरे को. I'll just put in a little bit more water. Yeah, guys, if you want, do stay connected to our WhatsApp broadcast link, which we have just added on the screen. So that kind of, helps to uh, stay connected. एक्चुअली मेरे को ब्रश में कितना पानी आता है ना आइडिया ही नहीं है मैं फोम वाली बंदी हूँ ना आई यूज फोम ओनली आई विल टेक एक्सेस ऑफ ऑन अ टिश्यू See now here it kind of did not 100% there is a small tear but don't worry we'll fix it that will also give you an idea on how we can fix things ठीक है so this is done we will dry it out यस एक्चुअली कविता एक तो वेदर भी काफी ड्राई है प्लस आई फील ये वाटर को पेपर को मैंने जेसो नहीं किया है राइट सो इट इज सोकिंग अप अ लिटिल बिट ऑफ वाटर क्योंकि इट्स नॉट जेसोड सो देयर इज नो प्राइमिंग डन so now our door is ready so what I wanted to do was if you see right यही आर्टवर्क को हम इंस्पिरेशन लेने वाले हैं तो अगर आप देखोगे तो यहाँ पे साइड में पूरा फ्लावर्स है राइट सो rather than doing that and keeping a flat structure what I thought was we will use ये हमारे transfers है which I have already kind of transferred on a paper and cut it out for you all so I thought we'll kind of create a scene कि घर के आजू बाजू ग्रीनरी उग रहा है it's growing around the house so ऐसा हम लोग कुछ around use करेंगे and in the bottom what we are going to do is I have cut this out so this is a transfer called spring flowers so if you search on our website you will find spring flowers करके पूरी एक category of transfers है उसमें ये white flowers वाला जो है this is that one unfortunately I have already cut out a lot of pieces so I don't keep that strip but this is called spring flowers for sure and then what I'm doing is I kind of have these pots that are from the spring flowers or floral element transfers and मैंने इनको कट करके रखा है तो आई एम थिंकिंग हम लोग घर के नीचे ऐसे पॉट जैसा भी we will put it so it will kind of create a scene and thank you Kavita for your kind words so that's the idea now before I do that I wanted to do some color blending and I don't know why my phone is creating an issue, guys. Just give me 2 minutes. It's hanging again and again. I think there is some internet issue. Give me 2 seconds. 2 minutes, guys. Okay. Okay. So sorry for this intermittent issues. So now to create the background, actually you could have used a lot of things, right? You could have used our watercolors, you could have used our liquid acrylics, you could have used our chalk paints. What or you could have also used our texture paste. So मैं क्या सोच रही हूँ कि मैं आपको liquid acrylics और chalk paint इस बार दिखाऊंगी because watercolors actually Sneha has done. I have also done quite a few times. And then I'm going to use this also, which is our clear texture paste. So what we'll do is these are the colors of chalk paint that I'm using, which is pine trees, moss green. This is the liquid acrylic, which is phthalo green. And then what I'm going to use is yellows. May we'll use lemon drop and hansa yellow. Okay, so I'll just remove these. I have not removed it and kept it ready क्योंकि वो dry हो जाता. So I'll just remove it right now. I don't need a lot. I just need a little bit. Oops. मेरे chalk paint बहुत टाइम से यूज नहीं होता है तो मिक्स करना पड़ेगा. And again, I don't need a lot, I just need a little bit. So this is one which is very bluish green color. On the screen it may seem thoda bluish, but it's bluish green. Are people commenting? Like I cannot see comments, so I hope I'm not missing out on comments like last time. Actually last time few people were commenting and I could not see their comments. The next color that I'm using is moss green. Yeah. So this is the next color. Hi Kavita, I can see your comments. Thank you, sir. So then I'll use a little bit of yellow. Okay, I don't need a lot of yellow. It's just thoda sa flowers ke liye. So you can see how vibrant the color is. Thank you, Parvati. Yes, I am kind of manifesting some springs here. And then also for those of you who had been asking, हमारे liquid acrylics are back in stock. For those of you who are asking. Actually, let me skip this. Yellow काफी है. I think I'll use some brown from this. So this is actually more. I'll put in extra because I don't want so much. Yeah. So this is our liquid acrylics. Thank you, Sneha. Actually, moss green is my favorite. Normally, I try to use very dull, like brownish colors, but इस बार मैंने सोचा थोड़ा vibrant करते हैं. So what I'm going to do now is, guys, if you remember, हमने transfers को एकदम edge to edge काटा है. So there is no परत of like glossy paper जो normally रहता है. तो अभी हम इसके आजू-बाजू we'll kind of create our own scene and do some paintings. Now I'm planning to leave some areas open for my bricks that I'm going to do with a stencil. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I want to primarily focus on um, the top part. Be my kind of I'll just use a scrap piece of paper to kind of just mask off the excess ताकि मेरे पिछले नेक्स्ट पेपर पे कुछ गिरे नहीं. ओके. और इसमें आप देख सकते हो कि मैं एक्चुअली ब्रश में दोनों ग्रीन्स ले लेके आई एम काइंड ऑफ क्रिएटिंग दैट वेरिएंट. Okay, and I'm just doing like smooshing, smooshing, smooshing. And then I'll take some yellow and you can immediately see कि वो कैसा light yellowish green kind of create कर रहा है. And again, my brush does not have water in it. It's just paint. Okay. So, and I will use a little bit of brown at the bottom. ठीक है क्योंकि वो हम फिर ब्राउन्स के साथ मिक्स करेंगे. थैंक यू पार्वती. Oopsie. Uh, And don't worry if it looks very blobby, इसके ऊपर flowers आएंगे. So we are kind of, not creating a scene. We just want to cover it with different layers of greens. I don't want to color the yellow part क्योंकि वो actually cut होने वाला है. So I'll just remove that. अगर लग भी रहा हो तो. Yeah. Just adding a little bit of brown here and there. थोड़ा interest के लिए. Yeah. And then at the bottom, what we are going to do is we will add brown. ताकि वो it feels like मिट्टी है इधर. Okay. So what we are going to do is we are just going to start here. We'll take the most concentrated color and then फिर हम उसको spread करेंगे. Yeah. Now, यहाँ पे just to show people, you can see the difference between the chalk paints and the liquid acrylics. So this is liquid acrylics, which is very transparent in nature. So this is actually giving you that watercolor look, and this is very opaque. So या तो आप wash करोगे तो you'll get this kind of opaque, or you will use acrylic paints, you'll get this kind of opaque structure. So if you want to do more opaque kind of coloring, then you do chalk paint or regular acrylics. If you want more colored look, watercolor look, go with liquid acrylics. That will give you more watercolor look. Yeah. So again, I'm not being super precise. That's the whole idea. It's art journal, so have fun at the end of the day. So I'll just use a I'm going to use this again. So what I'll do is I'll just put a little bit of water ताकि मेरे पेंट ड्राई ना हो जाए by the time I move on to the next page. So I'll just put in a little bit of water here. If you have spray तो spray डाल देना, मेरा spray bottle side में कहीं तो पड़ा है. Okay, now we'll dry this up. हेलो स्नेहा। सो अभी ये हमारा काफ़ी ड्राई हो गया है, अभी 100% नहीं हुआ है। सो व्हाइल दिस ड्राइज़ इसको मैं 5-7 मिनट 2 मिनट ड्राई होने दूँगी, उतनी देर तक वी विल स्टार्ट प्रिपेयरिंग ऑन आवर इनसाइड्स, ओके? दिस असाइड। नाउ फॉर द इनसाइड्स व्हाट आई वाज़ थिंकिंग इज़ कि हम लोग ये ट्रांसफर शीट यूज़ करेंगे और उसमें मुझे काइंड ऑफ आई वांट टू क्रिएट अ लिविंग रूम सीन। सो आई एम गोइंग टू यूज़ दीज़ 2 and then we are going to add frames and all that thing. So I want to use this sofa, I want to use this light, and then I want to use this झूमर. So we will cut that out and since इसमें भी मैं अंदर भी kind of coloring करने वाली हूँ, तो I will uh, try to be as precise as possible. तो मैं ज़्यादा व्हाइट पार्ट नहीं छोड़ूँगी। और ये आई वांट टू यूज़ दिस टेबल आल्सो। हमारा सिंस हमारा बाहर डोर में येलो यूज़ हुआ है, तो आई वांट टू ब्रिंग इन थोड़ा बहुत येलो आल्सो इन द इनसाइड। सो फॉर दैट आई एम यूजिंग दिस टेबल, देन आई एम इंट्रोड्यूसिंग अ न्यू कलर व्हिच इज़ रेड फॉर द सोफास एंड ऑल, and then I'm also going to use this झूमर which has yellow in it. So we are kind of repeating the colors ताकि सब कुछ वियर्ड ना लगे, हर चीज़ अलग-अलग कलर ना हो जाए। And the best part about this particular home transfer is that it has all the colors. So it has blue, it has red, it has yellow. तो आपके पास कोई भी डोर होगा, it will kind of match. Yeah. So I will just try to be as precise as possible. झूमर में मुझे ज़्यादा प्रिसाइज़ होने की ज़रूरत नहीं है क्योंकि वो तो ऊपर ही लटकेगा। बट नीचे का पार्ट में आई वांट टू क्रिएट लाइक अ टाइल्ड इफेक्ट, सो आई विल बी प्रिसाइज। यू हैव एनी क्वेश्चंस प्लीज फील फ्री टू कमेंट, मैं देखती रहूंगी बीच बीच में। एंड आई वाज डाइंग टू यूज दिस सोफा गाइस इसीलिए मेरे को ये सोफा तो यूज करना ही था, कुछ भी हो जाए। Yeah. So everything is cut and ready. Now we bring back our page. Yeah, I'll remove all this aside. So ये काफी हद तक सूख गया है, फिर भी एक पीछे मार देती हूँ मैं। So these are the scissors, Pradnya, that we sell on our website. These are called 6-inch scissors. So if you go on our category, which is scissors, you will find these. So these are available on our website. So now अभी हमारा page ready है. So now I actually want to cut this door out. So the yellow part of the door, वो मैं cut करके ऐसे door खुलेगा, वैसा we are going to create a scene. So this line and this line is going to be cut. Okay. I will get my very dirty cutting mat. So please don't mind, guys. It's been used and abused. And then what I'm going to do is actually cut out this part. Okay. So thoda we have to be careful. My cutting knife. So this is the cutting knife that I'm using. Okay. Again, this is a fairly old one. This was available on our website, but अभी ये शायद out of stock होगा कि काफी पुरानी है, almost 6-7 years. But you will find, the new variants of it coming in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut in the door. And ये अभी अगर कोई कॉर्नर लग रहा है आपको कि परफेक्टली कट नहीं हुआ है, तो यू कैन टेक अ सिजर एंड काइंड ऑफ डू थोड़ा मैन्यूवरिंग. So this is how it cuts. Remove this mat. Yeah. So this is how the door opens and हमारा scene पूरा बनेगा. Thank you, Pradnya. हाँ, mossy wall, absolutely, Parvati. So this is how the door opens और इसमें से we can see a little bit of living room and then ऐसा पूरा पीछे living room आएगा और यहाँ पे लड़कियां खड़ी होंगी अंदर बाहर. So that is the idea. अभी देखते हैं कितना बनता है. So this is now the door part is done. Now we will come to the fun part, which is actually covering this and creating the whole scene of flowers. Now, as I said, guys, if you don't have time, yeah, you are very new to art journaling, आप ये directly भी use कर सकते थे. It's part of the same transfer. However, I wanted to create the whole scene. So that is why, I want to use these kind of things. So अभी मैं I'll start working on the layout. Now this is another question जो हमें बहुत मिलता है लोगों से in our lives is that how you decide on layouts, etc. So I just play around with things that I think will look good and I play around till the time I'm kind of happy with how everything looks. At least that's my thought process. And then depending on once I'm happy मैं फिर items को चिपकाऊंगी. So I don't want to keep a lot of colors showing through. So ये हम यहाँ रखेंगे एंड ये हम यहाँ रखेंगे ऐसे, ठीक है? So this is how we are doing, and then at the bottom I'm going to put a planter here, another planter here, and then एक्चुअली वो भी ध्यान रखना दैट आपका डोर बंद ना हो जाए। तो ये मेरा डोर क्लोज हो रहा है, तो काइंड ऑफ मैं इनको इधर रखूंगी और फिर डोर ऐसे रहे, ताकि मेरा डोर क्लोज ना हो। ये भी मेरा अटकेगा डोर पे। सो वील जस्ट डू हियर एंड देन वील हैव अ गर्ल स्टैंडिंग हियर। सो आई थिंक दैट विल वर्क आउट। Yeah, we can have girl standing here also. We will do a small. So I'm just playing around and seeing what goes well. Okay. So I think this goes well. यहाँ पे ऐसे. Thank you, Sneha. सो ऐसे वी आर नाउ नॉर्मली इफ आई एम डूइंग अ वीडियो, मैं फोटो लेके रख लेती हूँ ताकि आई रिमेम्बर एग्जैक्टली कहाँ पे क्या चीजें जा रही है। बट सिंस वी आर इन द लाइव, आई विल रिमूव वन थिंग एंड स्टार्ट स्टिकिंग दैट। नाउ ऑनेस्टली यू कुड यूज एनीथिंग टू स्टिक। फॉर माय जर्नलिंग आई यूज दीज टू टू स्टिक माय एलिमेंट्स। Also, one more thing that I wanted to add. See, I mean, today I'm adding so many things, na? I'll forget. अगर नहीं दिखेगा, so I have gotten these die cuts that I want to use, थोड़ा ऐसे kind of as a spacers कि थोड़ा to break the green part. So I will just tell you what all stuff is. So this is our craft adda dies. So this is called as linen dye. Now this is a very versatile dye if you are into journaling and mixed media. This is called as I think beehive or hexagon dye. तो अगर आप सर्च करोगे वेबसाइट पे तो you'll find it. I like to use ऐसा छोटा छोटा टुकड़ा to kind of add interest. So these are the two that I'm going to use, and then I'm going to use our leaf dye. क्योंकि flowers है तो I thought थोड़ा white leaf will kind of break the whole green since there is a lot of green going on. So this is our leaf dye, Craft Angles leaf dye. It comes in two part. You get this background, and then this you get the skeleton or the border of the leaf. So these are transfers, Pranya. The name is Home One Transfer Sheet and Doors and Windows. Yeah. So actually, I also wanted to do ये bricks का stenciling on top of this, guys, but I feel वो बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा. So right now I'm kind of skipping this. ज़रूरत पड़ी तो we'll do it on the inside. So what I was thinking is हम लोग थोड़ा ऐसे interest डाल सकते हैं. So this will also look fun. ऐसे. So we will stick the flowers using a foam tape. Now I forgot to remove my foam tape. Just give me a minute. I'll get my foam tape. As I said today, there were so many things on my table that कितना भी लाओ कुछ ना कुछ भूल ही जाते हो. So I'll be using right now. I could only find this. So this is our 1/4 inch foam tape that I'll be using. So what I want to do is मेरे को थोड़ा flowers को height पे रखना है ताकि उसके नीचे I can put die cut pieces. Thank you, Poonam. सो मैं क्या कर रही हूँ कि आई एम नॉट पुटिंग अ लॉट ऑफ फोम टेप क्योंकि उसके अंदर मुझे चीजें डालनी है. सो आई एम जस्ट गोइंग टू put थोड़ा थोड़ा pieces at the corner so that it's stable and it doesn't fall off. Plus these foam tape that we sell are very high quality. So the gumming does not go easily because बॉम्बे में if you know तो वो रेगुलर जो व्हाइट वाली टेप आती है उसका ग्लूइंग बहुत गंदा होता है. सो इन humid climate, it kind of after a couple of years वो उखड़ जाता है. So you won't have that issue with these tapes. The stackiness is very similar to the red tape. So I'm adding foam tape only for the flowers. Okay, so just foam tape थोड़ा टाइम कंज्यूमिंग टास्क होता है. This is not watercolor, Neeta. This is chalk paints actually that I have used to kind of create the whole look. And then in the background, these are liquid acrylics, which mimic the watercolor look but are permanent. And napkins के साथ, guys, I'll do art journaling or a decoupage project. Probably on month end. I have a slot mostly free on month end. So let's see. If Anamika has her dates changed, then I will do it on a month end. And I'll do it on YouTube only, guys. I prefer YouTube, so I don't prefer Instagram. Ow. And then we'll cut off the excess later on. Now, I did one more switch. So this is kind of extra, which is impacting our door opening mechanism. So what I'm going to do is मैं इतना कट करके इसको ऐसे लगा दूंगी ताकि मेरे डोर को खुलने बंद होने में दिक्कत ना हो. एंड देन ये हम लोग डायरेक्टली लगाएंगे. तो इसके लिए आप कुछ भी यूज कर सकते हो, ग्लू या व्हाटएवर यू आर कंफर्टेबल विद. आई विल यूज सम लिक्विड ग्लू. सो मेरे पास थोड़ा मूवमेंट का जगह हो. इफ आई वांट टू मूव समथिंग अराउंड. And the elements that I'm using, these flower pots, the flowers, everything is transfers. ये मैंने सिर्फ एक white paper अपने dual textured white paper पे कट करके रेडी रखा है ताकि I can use them as die cuts. ठीक है. And then what I'm doing is I'm going to use this because I really like it. We'll put this here. Thank you, Pradnya. Appreciate it. Actually, we get a lot of people coming in Insta because I think that's the next big thing right now. Everybody wants to be on Insta. So वहाँ पे लोग ज़्यादा आते हैं, but I feel यहाँ पे आपको दिखेगा भी अच्छे से rather than the squarish thing. So right now I'm using these. This is our leaf die. So I'm going to use kind of cut it out and use it छोटे छोटे areas में as point of interest. तो व्हाट वी आर डूइंग इज हम लोग टक करके इसको देखेंगे कहाँ-कहाँ डाल सकते हैं. जस्ट टू ब्रेक दैट बहुत ग्रीन है, तो वी आर काइंड ऑफ एडिंग दिस थोड़ा. और ये डाई कट्स भी इट काइंड ऑफ एड्स to the whole mixed media vibe. So even though this is art journal, you could have easily done a mixed media canvas out of this. It doesn't have to be a art journal. And you could have of course done a box out of this also. It's just that art journal is simpler for me to carry and make so many scenes, etc. So I prefer doing art journal. This looks nice here. Okay. Then we'll use some of these. So where do I want to put this? Yeah. ठीक है. So I'll use this. Also, guys, if you are participating in our Make with Craft Angles challenge, वो हमारे Instagram पे pinned post है on all the rules. It is open till tomorrow. Tomorrow is the last day of participation. Do participate. We have 8 giveaways that we are going to gift people some products, and it is going to be from our new launch. And like we are going to give out a holistic things which will help you like make an end-to-end project. So do check out. मैं इधर I'll put this inside. So continuous भी लग जाएगा, and we are using out, we are not throwing anything away. Yeah, I think it's more than enough. अभी और नहीं डालते. अभी हम लड़की डालेंगे. Yes, thank you, Parvati. I'm really happy with how it has turned out like till now. थोड़ा इधर एम्प्टी लग रहा है, बट आई थिंक वो कुछ कर नहीं सकते वरना वो डोर के वहाँ पे कंप्लीट नहीं रहेगा. एंड व्हाट आई कैन डू इज आई विल पुट वन बटरफ्लाई. आई वाज एक्चुअली थिंकिंग टू पुट अ बर्ड एंड अ बटरफ्लाई. सो वी कैन पुट अ बर्ड हियर सबके ऊपर. दिस कॉर्नर लुक नाइस. या वेरी स्प्रिंग इंस्पायर्ड project. And then we wanted to put a butterfly here. Okay. Small butterfly here. And then actually I wanted to do a mold ka piece here to kind of create the whole 3D like a knob kind of a thing. But unfortunately मेरे को मेरे molds मिले नहीं. So I thought I had this button which was like a similar shade. Now of course you could have colored it and all that. But मेरे को similar shade का मिल गया. So I'll be using that here to kind of make it even more कि ऐसे दरवाजा खुलेगा. अभी die cut बहुत हो गया. We have done a lot of things on the front. We will do थोड़ा बहुत on the inside. और हमें लड़की I want to put. Like I want to put a girl on the front and I want to put girl inside. So we will use this, which is our newly launched ephemeras, everyday girls. So these are cardstock cutouts of girls. In one pack, I think you get like 70 plus girls. But A will do later on while this dries and all that. So meanwhile, we will work on the inside. Okay, now just to get an idea, itna part हमें दिखने वाला है, right? So what we are doing is we want to put things here. So now while this dries, I'm going to do is just thoda sa corner se I will staple it so it dries. And meanwhile, we will work here. So we can start working on the scene. तो ये since transfers है उल्टे जाएंगे, so we need to work accordingly. So I want to do like this here, and then I want to keep one side table here, so it will go here. Then I want to do a jhumar, which is going to go here. And then यहाँ पे I'm going to do some frames. That also I'll show you like what I'm planning to do. But this is the idea. ठीक है? तो ये करने के बाद what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some shadows with some browns and some grays. So that we'll do later on. पहले we'll do the transfer part. And here if we want हम लोग यहाँ पे थोड़ा bricks का कर सकते हैं. Just to make it अगर बहुत empty लगा तो. And then we'll do the same thing. Take some water. Removing the excess water. So this has come. अभी हम इसको थोड़ा पहले तो ड्राई कर लेते हैं. Now another thing that आप लोग कर सकते थे was using our floral background as a wallpaper. तो आप इधर wallpaper डाल के इनको on a paper like how I have done this flowers. वैसे काट के भी you could have done scene. However, I was thinking I'll do some brick look here. तो इसीलिए मैंने kind of empty रखा है and I want to do some blending also in the background. Okay. So what I'll do is अभी थोड़ा इधर I'll wet my yeah. I'll take a little bit of the brown. So this is the liquid acrylics, uh, the brown shade. Yeah. And then I'll take a small brush. I'll take a little bit of paint. Yeah. Hi, Kanchan. Yes, it's burnt sienna. Thank you for reminding. Sorry, it got hanged. So, Abhi, you could have done any color over here, whatever you like. What I wanted to do was I wanted to use a little bit of gray because I don't want a very like strong background. Okay. So I'm using one of the lightest shade of gray that we have, which is morning mist. And I'm using chalk paint over here, but you could have, used liquid acrylics to kind of create this watercolor look also. That would have also looked very nice. So what I'm going to do is I'll just take some paint directly from the bottle and एशियन पेंट में अगर आपको पता हो तो वो ऐसे 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 इफेक्ट करते हैं दीवारों पे हम भी वैसे ही करने वाले हैं बट इमेजिनरी दीवारों पे ठीक है सो दिस इज काइंड ऑफ लाइक अ टेक्सचर्ड वॉल दैट वी आर क्रिएटिंग again I'm being extra careful not to add anything on transfer because transfers the chalk paint is opaque color so अगर आप उसको ट्रांसफर पे करोगे ना तो आपका ट्रांसफर थोड़ा छुप जाएगा बिकॉज ऑफ द पेंट इवन दो इट इज लाइट ग्रे This is actually one of the design that we have done in one of our bedroom, but with different colors, of course. So I really like this technique of how they paint the walls. So I thought हम लोग आज ये करेंगे. And अगर you get some chalk paint on the transfers, just use your hand and remove the excess. Yeah. Yes, designer wall, Asian paints वाली. एंड ऑफ कोर्स अगर आपको कहीं लग रहा है ज़्यादा पेंट है, तो यू कैन रिमूव इट विद अ टॉवल. सो आई थिंक दिस लुक्स नाइस. आई एम जस्ट काइंड ऑफ टेकिंग इट डाउन आल्सो ताकि थोड़ा टेक्सचर आ जाए। अगेन देयर इज़ हार्डली एनी पेंट लेफ्ट इन माय ब्रश, ठीक है? So this is how it looks. I think the camera may not be catching all the textures, but I'll just bring it up and show it to you guys. अगर see now you can see texture. In real life it looks like that wall, जो Asian paints का wall आता है ना वैसा. Now, you if you know you are very good artist, you could have actually done यहाँ पे वो tile pattern, 3D tile pattern and all that. I'm not really good at all that, so I will leave this as is. I'll probably add a quote here, okay? But if you know you are very good at drawing, you could have actually created the tile pattern with liquid acrylics or chalk paints. Just another idea. So how this looks is actually अभी आप देखोगे तो this is how it looks. Okay, so this is how the door will open. Okay, and now comes the fun part जो मैंने आज सोचा and I was so happy that I thought of it. Give me a moment. I will just take you through the next step. So what I'm planning to do is ओ मेरा बटन हिल गया. ठीक है. तो अभी हम अंदर का पहले वी विल कंप्लीट द फ्रेम पार्ट. नाउ बिफोर वी डू द फ्रेम पार्ट आई एक्चुअली वांटेड टू डिसाइड ऑन द गर्ल्स का प्लेसमेंट. So as I said, we'll be using these. You could have added mat also, like a rug. That's also a good idea. Like texture भी हो जाएगा कपड़े का. You could have done like a canvas or something. उतना मेरा honestly बोलूँ तो मैंने इतना सब सोच लिया वो मेरा दिमाग नहीं चला. But you could have done that. That would also have looked nice. So So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use girls. Now I have like quite a few girls जिसमें से मैं सोच रही हूँ which one should I go for. Your inputs are also welcome. If you like any girl, पहले हम फ्रंट का कर लेते हैं डिसाइड. फ्रंट में आई एम थिंकिंग येलो. येलो एक्चुअली मर्ज हो जाएगा क्या? ऑरेंज विल ऑल्सो गो वेल. ठीक है. या वी कुड डू अ ब्लैक. Actually, there is one more thing that we could do. Let me just remove my girl. I'm thinking these girls will be perfect. So we have this girls which are fashionista girls. These are slightly larger than our ephemeras. So at least on the outside, I feel ये लड़की will make sense क्योंकि इसका size is perfect for that. So we could do these girls. What do you say, guys? Should we use these kind of girls or should we use the earlier one? So these are all the four ones. So should I use these girls? I will cut the border out, or should I use these girls? आएंगी कविता इंडियन इंडियन ड्रेस में भी आएंगी slowly slowly. So this is our first basic collection that we had launched of the girls, and the most common ones are girls in western, but definitely आएंगी Indian maybe. So input guys, should I use on the outside these girls or these girls? Actually, I think ये लड़कियों का size is perfect. एक इसे लगा के दिखाना प्लीज. ओके. सो ये देखो. दिस इज. मैं ज्यादा चिपकाऊंगी नहीं. ऑफ कोर्स आई विल हैव टू कट इट आउट क्योंकि इसमें वो वाइट बॉर्डर है विच आई डोंट वांट. और ये इतना साइज है विच आई थिंक डोर के हिसाब से बराबर है, या फिर ये साइज़ ऐसी है, लाइक यू कैन सी द साइज़, बिगर वन ऑन आउटसाइड। हाँ, अंदर आई एम गोइंग टू डू एफिमेरास बिकॉज़ द एफिमेरास आर गुड फॉर द इनसाइड, बट आई थिंक आउटसाइड थोड़ा based on the door ka size, the girl ka size makes sense of this stickers. Plus, I'll use both. So that's a good way for people to see how we use both the elements. Now, I don't like the blue color. Maza nahi aaya mere ko, personally. So what I'm thinking is I will go with this brown shade wali ladki. I like her. ऐसे थोड़ा एटीट्यूड वाली। आउटलाइन कट करना पड़ेगा, यस आई नो, 2 मिनट लगेंगे। करना पड़ेगा। इसीलिए तो हमारी नए स्टिकर्स में आउटलाइन है नहीं। Okay, what I'll do is I'll ask someone from my team to cut while we do insides. Okay, we are deciding on this girl. I will ask someone from my team to cut the outline while we are doing the, yeah. येलो वाली, एक सेकेंड, एक सेकेंड, एक सेकेंड। We could have done yellow वाली also. एक्चुअली ये वाली येलो वाली भी अच्छी है। हाँ, ठीक है, विल डू येलो वन। या एंड येलो वाली लड़की हम कर रहे हैं। एंड व्हाइल समवन कट्स फ्रॉम माय टीम, हम लोग अंदर की चीज फाइनल कर लेते हैं। एंड आई ऑल्सो हैव अ यूनिक अनदर आइडिया व्हिच आई वांटेड टू शो यू हाउ you can expand on the scenes using what you have. So yellow wali we had decided yellow top and blue bottoms. वो वाली girl we have taken for the outside. Now for the inside, tell me which girl you want. For the inside, we'll do ephemeras क्योंकि I think वो sized भी perfect है, like in terms of sofa and all that. So they will go well. You guys decide which one you want. I mean मैंने बहुत सारी यूज कर ली है, so I am okay with any girl honestly. आप लोग को जो अच्छी लगे आप बताना, we'll use that. Black dress, okay. Black dress मतलब ये वाली, ऐसा। Black dress. Anybody else wants to use something else? This is one more black with a jumpsuit. Black, okay, black. Cool. So we'll go with the black dress one then. She goes. Bigger one bahar aa raha hai, Anita. So वो bahar one में bigger one आएगा. And inside we are using this black dress वाली लड़की. I will keep everything aside. Yeah. Now another idea that struck me when I was going through is this very cool idea. If you know, we had just launched these uh, frames, right? So these are very pre-cut frames with a very thin border. So इसमें छोटे छोटे frames है. So I thought why not use them to kind of create like photo gallery. So वो मेरा आइडिया था कि वी विल डू दैट। सो व्हाट आई एम डूइंग इज मैंने ऑलरेडी एक दो पीस कट करके रखे, बट आई विल शो यू फ्यू मोर क्योंकि वरना बहुत टाइम कंज्यूमिंग हो जाता। बट दिस इज माय आइडिया कि आई वांट टू एक्चुअली डू लाइक अ फोटो गैलरी। ओके, सो ऐसे मतलब लिविंग रूम में लोगों के फोटोज लगे हैं, सो दिस मेक्स इट इवन मोर लाइक अ सी। And we are using stickers for this. Now, if you don't have this, so this is our new launch, which is frames. If you don't have this, you could have used, like I found other frames, jo chote the. So we have this sticker rolls which a lot of you already own. So you could have used as a vintage elements में we have this, then we have it in wildflowers. So इसमें हमारे पास ऐसे frames है. There is vintage frames that you could have used. या फिर you could have used our pet stickers. Maybe there are these kind of frames which are transparent. So you could have used them also on like a brown paper or some other design and kind of created your own frame. So you could have done that also. मैंने क्या किया, आई एम गोइंग टू यूज दीज बिकॉज आई फील द ब्राउन इट गोज विद द होल वाइब. सो दैट इज व्हाट आई एम गोइंग टू यूज. थैंक यू कविता. ऐसे ही मैं बैठी बैठे मुझे व्हेन आई वाज क्रिएटिंग अ सीन आई थॉट फिर वो ऊपर का बहुत एम्प्टी लगेगा, तो वी कुड डू समथिंग फन देयर टू काइंड ऑफ कवर द वॉल ऑल्सो. So now to cover the wall, what I have done is I'm using this journaling stickers, which are I am woman. So these are our 4x6 stickers. In that, you get a lot of like woman oriented stickers, which you can use in your journals and all that. So what I did was उसमें से मैंने से छोटे छोटे वाले निकाल लिए. And on top of that, I'll put this frames to kind of create ये पूरा frame वाला scene. And then I'll use them on my project. So that's the idea actually. तो you could have honestly used ephemeras also on the frames ऐसे करके. बट मैंने बोला एफिमेरास क्यों वेस्ट करे, आधा फिर यूज नहीं होएगा. माइट एज वेल आई यूज दी स्टिकर्स because I don't want to anyways do a lot of fussy cutting. So I'm going to use that. So now what we are doing is I'll remove this. Now these have an inner like the white part. So if you don't want it, you can remove it like how I have done it. It's fairly easy. Doesn't take a lot of time. So what I'm going to do is बीच में कट मारो. Yeah, में कट मारो. And then do it along the border. ठीक है. And again you can see our stickers are very strong. उसका adhesive काफी strong है ताकि वो it doesn't peel off over the period of time. And then you decide like आपको कहाँ लड़की चाहिए. So I'm thinking I kind of want her in the center. Yeah. So ऐसे हमारी DIY frames बन गई. So now हम इसको around the outer border कट करेंगे. Yeah. So we are done with this. So what I'm planning to do is we may need one more, right? यहाँ पे वरना empty लगेगा. Actually झूमर थोड़ा साइड में कर लेते तो अच्छा था, but ठीक है. We have what we have. So we'll do one more girl. So now for one more girl, where did it go? So I'll have to select one more girl. Use this girl. Thank you, Paro. So we'll do the same process. We have removed the center part. Yeah. Yeah. So we are done. So अभी हम इनको ऐसे लगाएंगे to kind of create a gallery wall. And again, guys, there are a lot of people who do miniature work and all that. तो इसमें rather than putting girls, आप actually अपने actual photos भी लगा के बना सकते हो. That's just an idea I'm throwing out there for people, who are into miniatures. So I think यहाँ से हमें लड़की दिख जाएगी. So this is a good place for girl to stand. Yeah. And then हम इनको करेंगे use. So these are all stickers. So we can remove the backing and simply start pasting them. Oh, before I do that, no, I think it's enough. We'll do brick, guys, brick texture in some other video. I think बहुत ज़्यादा हो जाएगा, अभी मैं इसमें brick texture भी करूँगी तो. Yeah, one more thing I want to do is just add a little bit of brown here. थोड़ा just as a texture to kind of blank ना लगे इसके लिए. Then what I want to do is here. Correct. So इसमें I was thinking and to create like a लटक रहा है ऐसे ही हवा में. Then we will blend it out. थोड़ा brown. Yeah. What else we can do is I actually wanted to do a little bit of stamping. I'm just thinking, should we not? Should we do some stamping here? I think ज़्यादा हो जाएगा again. It is looking nice. वेट सीमेंट है बट अभी रुको. I will mix a little bit of black with वेट सीमेंट मुझे लाना पड़ेगा. अंदर पड़ा है. I just got a वेट सीमेंट. गोल्ड और सिल्वर वाटर कलर केक्स डोंट डू. हाँ, एक्चुअली मैं वही आई वाज़ थिंकिंग आई विल कीप दिस लाइक इट लुक्स नाइस. आई डोंट वांट टू लाइक ओवरवेल्म थिंग्स. ऐसे ही अच्छा लग रहा है. आई विल डू दैट ब्लैक लाइन इधर एंड देन ऐसे लगेगा. सो दिस इज़ हाउ इट ओपन्स एंड देन we'll put a girl here. सो ये हमने काट ली है लड़की, काट के दी है। कहाँ गया? वेट सीमेंट आ गया है। जस्ट so wet cement is a slightly darker shade of the morning mist which I had used to create the wall texture effect. So that's why Parvati said that if you have wet cement, use that. So that is what I'm using. It is our slightly darker shade than the morning mist. So these are the two shades. You can see. Yeah, I mean, let me dry this. Okay. And then on the here, we will use this girl. So I have to put her on this side or this side. I think यहाँ पे थोड़ी ज़्यादा जगह है तो we can put her here. Yeah, let me just put her here and see. So see, this is how she looks. Yes, tiles I can make, but I'm very bad at the whole 3D thing. So I will probably have a look at Pinterest and then, copy that ऐसे ऐसे करके. But let me just have a look at Pinterest and then do it. So I'll probably add the lines later on using the brown, like this. But I'll do that later on. Right now, I'm not sure कि मैं कितना अच्छा कर पाऊँगी in the live. So I'll have to look at a photo for reference. And then I'm thinking we'll use this girl here. It kind of, looks good. अपने दरवाजे के बाहर खड़ी है. हाँ, डोर के आगे स्टेयर यार मेरे को इतना ड्राइंग नहीं आता है बट आई विल ट्राई इसीलिए मैंने थोड़ा ऐसे टेक्सचर दिया था. बट लेट मी सी इफ आई हैव अ स्मॉल पॉट आई विल पुट अ स्मॉल पॉट हियर लाइक फ्रॉम वन ऑफ द ट्रांसफर आई विल पुट अ स्मॉल पॉट हियर. लेट्स सी ऐसा कुछ छोटा पॉट हो छोटे-छोटे पॉट्स हो गए, तो आई विल डू दैट. आई विल हैव टू फाइंड. So I will try to do something here and I will try and do the tile here. But for that, I'll have to look at a reference pic. But this is how it has come out. I mean, I'm really happy with the whole 3D effect. Now, what you can do is one more thing which normally people like to do is they want to decorate this side also. So you could have, put another door here from the transfer and then do decoration over here also. So आगे भी door, पीछे भी door, so it kind of looks even more seamless. I'm personally happy because I just wanted to do like a two-page thing. I did not want to do a lot. What I could do is probably I'll just do like a brown till here and then gray thoda here. So it kind of looks like opening में ये सब seamless हो जाएगा and this will not look white. So that I may do. And नहीं सही है ऐसे है like the texture you added. Thank you, Parvati. I'll have a look because as I said, I'm not very good at drawing. So I'm not sure. I don't want to like, make it bad. And what I wanted to do, another thing is, so today, just to help you understand why I'm calling this a mixed media rather than, the regular one, is because we have used like quite a few things. Rather, all of it is paper, but again, we have used paper in different ways. So we have used paper on paper transfer, we have used direct transfers, we have used chalk paints, we have used liquid acrylics over here. We did a lot of die cutting to add points of interest, and then what we did here was again use chalk paint to create that whole textured background. It may not show through here, but it's too bright. But you will see it in the photo later on. It has the whole Asian paint textured wall look. We did some liquid acrylics in the bottom to kind of create the ground. These are all transfers that we used. These are the stickers that we combined to kind of create frames. This is our ephemera. So again, playing with paper, but with different textures. So now finally, my art journal, I need to add quotes. I cannot live without them. So I have like a couple of journal sentiments that I wanted to put. So I'll just, see what I like and then decide. So यहाँ पे तो इसमें ना, I like to, like in such kind of journaling, I like to use some quirky quotes, not very motivational, but which are quirky. So that's why, I go for journal sentiments because it has a lot of quirky quotes. So, so one thing that I like is quiet places and soft moments, which is, always your home is about all that. So I like that. I'm not going to think a lot. I'm just going to select the ones that I like and put it. And इस बार आई एम गोइंग टू कंट्रोल माई सेल्फ एंड नॉट डू स्प्लैटर्स ऑल्सो, क्योंकि मतलब स्प्लैटर्स नहीं अच्छे लगेंगे. So this says quiet places and soft moments. And then I like this: we dream, we stumble, we pursue. It is one of my favorite quote in the entire, like, all the ones that I have. So this says we dream, we stumble, we pursue. Again, kind of motivational, but a bit quirky. So what we will put this here, and then I'll say perfect moment. Okay, I'll remove the black, excess black. Thank you, Parvati. It started as an idea and then, it kind of grew. The frame idea was not there, honestly. Today when I was actually accumulating things, तो मुझे आया यार फ्रेम भी डालते हैं, मतलब सबके लिविंग रूम में फ्रेम्स या कुछ. सो अर्लियर आई वाज थिंकिंग कि मैं ऐसे कुछ ऐसे डालूं कि मतलब मिरर काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग और बुक्स काइंड ऑफ अ थिंग. So, but then I thought, let's do frame. So that ways people will get ideas also how you can, create your own scene. So this says perfect moment. So I have used black here, and the outside I'll use white because it is very colorful. So white will stand out. So there was one, there were very quirky quotes for house. I'm just trying to find those. इसमें है क्या? Hmm. A home is where one can swear. I really like this one. So true, right? So I actually wanted to use this one. A home is where one can swear. Of course, you could have used motivational. It's just I like to add a little bit of quirk now and then. So we will use this which says, so I'll use all the ones from here only. It has some quirky comments. Abhiman, if I put a comment like a quote over here, I think it will kind of cover up the blank space. So home is where one can swear. And then what I want to use is story of my life. And then I want to use welcome to Madhouse, because whose house is not a madhouse, right? I'll use story of my life. So this is hang. Just a minute, guys. I know, that's why, I normally don't do a lot of quirky, like, but then I felt this called for it. It's a very quirky layout kind of a thing. So rather than using main character energy, I have decided to put a little bit of, motivational quote over here that says, don't just exist, live. So that I'll put itself on the door, because I want, like, that's kind of a takeaway of today, you could say. So I'll put that on a door so that like people can see it. So this says, don't just exist, live. Story of my life. A home is where one can swear. So that, yeah, that's it. I may, like, as I said, I may do tiles here. I'm not sure. Okay, I cannot do tiles here because I have already put comment like the stickers. So unfortunately not possible. But maybe in the next layout I may do tiles. And of course you guys can try tiles or rugs and let me know how that worked out, and how it came apart. So do tell me, like, if you try something similar. But yeah, I guess this is it for today. Just let me zoom in and show you our two-page journal. So this is how it looks. It has a lot of flowers and mixed media kind of elements. There is this girl from our fashionista collection. These are our stickers. Our rest all is transfers and die cuts. Background is chalk paint and liquid acrylics. And then the door opens and you get a glimpse of the house like this. And then if you completely open, you will find a scene of the house. And yeah, these are stickers, chalk paint, liquid acrylics, our ephemera. And it says perfect moment, quiet places and soft moments. We dream, we stumble, we pursue. So yeah, that was the page for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Um, so I don't know why the camera is kind of blowing the, it's very pixelated. So sorry about that. But I think today I have internet issues. But thank you for staying. I think I took almost 1.5 hours. But I mean, इसमें बहुत कुछ था, so I was expecting it to be a time-consuming one. Thank you, Parvati. I hope you enjoyed. I'll put pictures and all once I take it. I'm very happy with how it turned out. I'll just do some little changes if I want to here and there. And thank you guys for staying from the start to the end. I hope you enjoyed and it gave you some ideas on how you can use our products, etc. I will see you next week in a live on Friday on Instagram with Anamika on a Deco page one. As I said, our share and win and our the challenge, the play with craft angles challenge, where you can make anything with craft angles, is still going on. It will end tomorrow and we'll be announcing winners, I think, on a Monday or Tuesday. We'll take 1 or 2 days to select the winners and decide. And yeah, thank you, Bharati. A new concept. Yes, yes. Yes, thank you. It is something which gave me an idea. So I saw a lot of journaling videos on how to do two-page layouts, etc. So I got an idea from there. But then I kind of made it my own. I knew that I wanted to use the door and house and create like a pura scene where the door opens and tum ghar dekh sakte ho and all that from the door. So yeah, I mean I'm really happy how it turned out. Honestly, मैंने इतना सोचा नहीं था कि इतना अच्छा बनेगा, but it came out really well. So I hope you enjoyed the process. I will share the project soon on Instagram with you all, so you can see the pictures and all. And yeah, keep crafting, guys. We'll see you next week on Instagram. Thank you.